Hello and welcome to those who are willing to learn something new every day. This is Islam Tahoun and today we're going to shed light on the if conditionals. Most of English learners might get confused while using if conditionals because they might be hard to grasp. But today I'm going to discuss them for you in a simpler way. If conditionals are made up of 4 different conditionals, but they are so easy that you're going to use them smoothly after this video. We have the 0 conditional, the 1st conditional, the 2nd conditional, and the 3rd conditional. And we are going to look at them in order. First things first, each conditional has an if clause and a main clause. Let's start with the 0 conditional. We use the 0 conditional to say if something happens, the other thing happens as well. And we use it with scientific facts. For example, if we put water in fridge, it freezes. If we heat water, it evaporates. So when we get to use the 0 conditional, we use if plus present simple plus present simple. Next up, we have the 1st conditional. We use the 1st conditional to say if something happens, the other thing will be more likely to happen. And there's a slight percentage that the other thing won't happen, but it is a small percentage. And in this case, we have some examples. For example, if you eat chocolate, you will gain weight. If you play football, your clothes will get dirty. In those previous examples, the main conditional will be more likely to happen, but there is a slight percentage it will not. And when you get to use the 1st conditional, we put in if plus the present simple plus the future simple. Next up, we have the 2nd conditional. The 2nd conditional is different from the 1st conditional. We use the 2nd conditional to talk about hypothetical situations that are not likely to happen in the future. And we have the if clause and the main clause. For example, if I were you, I would go to the doctor. I can't go to the doctor because I'm not in your place. In the 2nd conditional, we use if plus past simple plus would plus infinitive. Last but not least, we have the 3rd conditional. The 3rd conditional has an if clause and a main clause. We use the 3rd conditional to talk about situations that have never happened in the past, hypothetical situations, so to speak, and would imagine the result in the current present. For example, if I had played football with my friend, I would have been injured and I would have been in the hospital. Another example, if you had started your lesson plan yesterday, you would have understood this lesson by now. And when we use the 3rd conditional, we put in if plus past perfect plus would plus have plus past participle. I believe we have covered a lot so far, and this is your turn to put everything into play. See you soon.